hope everybody is having a happy hump day. Happy hump day. Happy hump day to all of my beautiful people here on social media. I heard everybody was looking for me, all the hate channels. Where's Betty? They think they won. You guys didn't win shit. Let me just be very, very, very clear. You just got a lot of people in a lot of trouble. Sumner County's waking up today and finding just how much trouble they're in. So we've got a lot of corruption in Sumner County, absolute corruption. This was malicious, it was willful, and it was intentional. And it was intentional to try to shut down a peaceful assembly of people at two separate events. And, at the end of the day, we will not back down. People were trying to say I was going to be arrested. We wanted them to arrest me in front of the sheriff's office yesterday. We had cameras ready, right? They can come out. I even egged them on. Come arrest Bullhorn Betty. We're willing to walk down this thing. They will not break us, and neither will these stupid channels. As I stated, everything is going to, hey guys, it's nice to see you. There's a lot going on. I can tell you that. You see a big old smile on Bullhorn Betty's face today. And we're going to be talking about Sebastian. We're going to be talking about the 15-year-old child that disappeared from his home, inside his home, locked inside with his mother. His mother has lied under oath. I have to think that if she's willing to lie under oath, she's willing to lie just about anything, like why her son's gone, right? It does make you question that. Then we start looking into several aspects, right? And we find out that holy smokes, where there is smoke, there is fire. There is fire. I'm pretty sure Sebastian's mom and stepfather are probably not, probably the happiest people this morning. I'd have to say that. If they are happy, they're not going to be for long. So sounds like the FBI wants to, but yeah. No, the FBI, I think, has went above Sumner County's head. We've been working on, Seth specifically has been working directly with the FBI, working on this right here. As you can tell, Sumner still has no information for the public. They've allowed this case to go cold because they suck at their job, right? Hold on, give me just a second. I will tell you, I would prefer anybody other than Eric Kratic to be investigating my child's missing person case. He does not have the experience. He does not have the training. And actually, I will be calling for that man's resignation very, very, very soon. But that'll be after I dive into their orifices and public record request their asses out. And I'm going to say it just like that because I can do a lot. They cannot stop my freedoms of speech. They've already violated my constitutional and civil liberty rights. And I am fighting back. I am fighting back, and I can promise you there are some very pissed off people. Few things I want to say. JLR, chlamydia, QB, all behind this. Remember that JLR has his team, which Chloe, J is for Justice, all these pieces of shit. And then we have chlamydia and all her pieces of shit. And then we have Queen Bee and all her pieces of shit. So all these pieces of shit work together to do this. So we know who did all of this, okay? We know who the instigators are of this. And you notice Jonathan was not allowed to speak about this case until me going to jail. And now he's plastering all these lies back again. He did this intentionally to try to talk about the case because he was losing subscribers, losing viewership, because that's all he cares about is money and being the center of attention. He actually, and the stupid people here on social media actually believe Tony was civilly sued. Oh, by the way, Magnolia is not a source, okay? Magnolia is not receipts. Jamie, you are not a receipt, okay? When you defraud a church, which we've had people defraud churches all over the country, right? We've read about them. We've looked at them. I mean, we've talked about J.P. Miller, right? You know what the thing is when people defraud a church, they don't get a civil suit, okay? First and foremost. They get handcuffs, okay? They get a criminal action. Why? Because it's a criminal action, not a civil one, Okay. Yes. Can you after the fact sue them? Yes, you can. But typically through the criminal action, it's restitution, right? If there's civil penalties thereafter, you can go and get those civil penalties. But that doesn't even make sense to a normal person that somebody would defraud a church and get a civil suit. That doesn't make sense. They lied again. I can tell you that Tony and his beautiful wife, Dana, are some of the sweetest people I think I've ever met. They are. They are, Jenny. They are. They're working. I tried telling you guys that a month ago. They're working directly with Sebastian's mom and stepfather. And it's disgusting to me. It's disgusting what criminal, and I call it a criminal enterprise because that's exactly what it is. It is a criminal enterprise that is working overtime to try to stifle some information, but the FBI has had enough of it, and they decided to come to the plate with some real money, which, if you guys remember, Sumner County did not want. Right? They didn't want a reward. They didn't want, tough titty said the kitty, right? And I'm not even going to get into the POS, Detective Lisa Byington, which makes me wonder how many people has she unlawfully arrested? If she's willing to do what she did to me, how many others are there in Sumner County that doesn't have the platform or the ability to defend themselves, such as myself? I don't know. I'm definitely looking into her. She's under investigation for Bullhorn Betty, right? Because Bullhorn Betty's about to dive all up in her orifices. I'm going to be reaching out to cases and attorneys. I'm going to be reaching out to cases and attorneys and letting them know what this lady has done to me. So maybe they can, what she's done to me might be able to help their clients. And I will absolutely be doing that. There's not a damn thing they can do about it. Sumner County can kiss my white breaded ass. That's what they can do. But as far as them stopping Bullhorn Betty, they stopped absolutely nothing. And that's why I was there at the Gathering of Voices. Was it, we needed 10 people. We had anywhere between 10 and 15 people there. That was perfect. Remember I said 10, 20. So we found right in the middle of that, even with all this stuff going on. That in and of itself is a blessing. That there was at least that many people that was willing to show up, not knowing if they were going to be arrested. It's pretty sad that you go into a county and you go into it and do everything lawfully, right? Everything lawfully. And you can still be arrested. And these freak shows out here, and I'm going to call them that, don't understand the law. And they're like, oh my God, she's arrested. We got her. Baby, it's short-lived. It's short-lived. I tried telling you guys this. You guys didn't want to believe me. I go through the process. And you don't see me arguing with law enforcement. They got to do what they have to do, and I'm going to do what I have to do. I can promise you that. But these piece of shit parents are not going to win. You don't lie under oath, get somebody thrown in jail, and think that there are no consequences to that. There are some massive consequences to that. And to think that a judge has the right to constrain my voice on matters that involve me, with these two people, my life, now you're telling me I can't talk about my life? You can get bent with that garbage. You can get bent with that garbage real quick. I don't give a rat's ass who this judge is. You cannot do that. This is America, and I have constitutional freedoms. I have civil liberties that they cannot step on, which they did. And I guarantee they won't do it again. I can guarantee that. Katie, call 911. Just said your first name. Oh, good gracious. Oh, good gracious. I'm back in Florida. I will be going down this road, and I can tell you that there was a lot of waves. Not only that, but they got the attention of the FBI with this nonsense, that whole county. That's what I can tell you. That's not a good look for Eric Kratic that wants to be the next sheriff. As a matter of fact, Eric Kratic, if you're watching this, I will be demanding your resignation. You didn't see what I did to the chief of police in Chatham County. That man's no longer working. They gave him the opportunity to serve out his term. To serve out his term. I did it diplomatically, did it all behind the scenes, and that man is no longer the chief of police of Chatham County. What do you think I'm going to do to you after you arrested me? He just constrained my voice and tried to put up some signs for no loitering in the wrong area. I can tell you, Eric Kratic, you're on borrowed time. Whoever it is, I'm a conservative, true and blue conservative. And at this point, I'm willing to bend my rule of a down ticket. I will support a Democrat over your sorry ass. I will tell you that right now. And trust me, I've got more backbone than you'll ever have, sir. You tried to shut down my lawful assembly. Bad move. Bad move. We're going to start piggybacking on every vigil that that Seth does. Well, great. Not as unhinged as waiting 5 days just to make that snarky comment. That's pretty unhinged. Just saying. You guys just don't like it when you lose. You think you won. No, you won a small little battle. I'm about to win the damn war. So I'm done. I'm done. I never wanted the reward, so did you guys know that that news reporters went out there to ask them about the $50,000? Do you know that? And they said no comment. They didn't even thank the people, the FBI, or anything for raising it. And because she was down the road, I bet you they told her to get off their property, right? Get off their property. I guarantee you that's what it was. They think they can hide. They think they can lie. They think nobody knows nothing. Nobody knows nothing. Get on the phone. Better call 911. Good gracious. Good gracious. A lady from Florida that's never seen your face before is some kind of threat. Good gracious. I'm over it. Sumner County Sheriff can kiss Bullhorn Betty's ass. And if my attorney has a problem with it, oh well. You hear that, Eric Kratic? You hear that, Detective Lisa Byington? Corrupt AF. The problem is you don't take a national case and show your corruption in the face of the public. Because not only are you getting national spotlight, now you're getting the attention of the FBI. And I can guarantee the FBI is going to be all up in the orifices of Sumner County after this nonsense here. I think they came out very powerful. I can tell you that. They came out very powerful with a punch, $50K. It couldn't have come on such a better day. We've been praying for help. We've been asking for help. And finally, help is here. And Sumner County can't say, no reward. We don't want a reward. We don't want this. We don't want that, right? They can't do that no more because why? The FBI just ponied it up. And they ponied up not a $2,500 measly thing. They came out with a punch. $50,000. Sumner County allowed this case to get cold. They failed to follow the right guidelines when investigating this case out the gate. You know, it is crazy. It is crazy. But I also know very good, clear, and well the Constitution, right? I'm a constitutionalist. I believe the Constitution should be applied as written, even though I realize that many people don't apply it that way. Either way, I've done nothing wrong. Me having hashtags and stating I'm going to sue someone is not a threat of any kind of bodily injury or harm. It's not a direct threat. It's not even me reaching out to them. Let's go through this process. This is my channel, okay? You do not get contacted or notified unless you are a subscriber on this channel. So if they're seeing what's going on my channel, they're willfully coming over here to watch it. That's not me contacting them. That's them willfully wanting to know what I'm saying on my channel. They can't sit there and say that I'm contacting them in any way, which is what they tried to do. They tried to somehow say hashtags is a way of contacting. I can tell you I can put any hashtag I want. I can put Donna B right in a hashtag, and I can promise you, unless she's a subscriber here, she's not going to get notified of that. She's not going to get notified of that. Yes, please keep hitting all these trolls. We got it on 5 days. We got it on 5 days. We can get all these idiots out of here. And they try to call me unhinged. Well, I'm not the idiot that sits here and watches somebody I don't like and waits 5 days to say boo, right? You're an idiot. We also found some very interesting information while we were there, and that has been reported. I can't go into those details, nor will I. But I can say that today I feel a lot more confident than any other day because well, first of all, I wanted to get the hell out of Dodge, right? I really don't care what they did. I really don't care what they do. You guys saw I showed up. You know why? Because that's called strength. That's called strength. Sometimes things get a little dicey and a little tricky. But again, I know my laws. I know my rights. I know Tennessee laws. And I know for a fact I did not break not one freaking law. The only people that have broke laws in their county is the police there, the sheriff's department, as well as the parents of this boy. I will be coming out and speaking directly to the parents of this boy probably in the next few days. Because at that point, I'm not going to worry. So, you know, we are, and we're not going to back down. All they did was take somebody that was a docile lap cat and turn them into a lion. So the next time we're out there, hey, they don't have a problem locking innocent people up. We're going to be demanding them lock the criminals up. Lock the criminals up. That is going to be our drumbeat. Clear Seth and lock the criminals up. Because let's face it, these people lied under oath. That is a crime. They lied under oath, which resulted in an arrest and unlawful detainment of a human being. Again, a crime. So hopefully when everything is said and done, the judge, we'll see what the judge does. We'll see what the judge does. But I'm okay. I'm still talking about the case. And I'm still free. I'm still free. Hey, Lisa. I'm waiting for the next arrest warrant. Lisa, when are you going to violate my constitutional rights again? Lisa, when are you going to violate my civil liberties again? Mr. Kratic, Miss Byington? You want to keep going? How much did this stint just cost your taxpayers? That's what I'd like to know. We're about to find out. We know it cost them a lot of taxpayer money to have to drive an hour away to pick my ass up in the middle of the night. So, hey guys, I would say hi to all of you, but we have almost 1,000. We only have 132 likes in this. We want to get those up. If you guys have not liked this, all you got to do is just exit back ever so slightly and hit a thumbs up. I think at the bottom, is that what you do? I don't know. They have a way of doing it on another one. I can't remember what it is. And don't forget, you know, we have coffee cups and stuff that you guys can purchase directly from the coffee club. Sonia's got shirts. This is a shirt that one of our subscribers sent me. I run on coffee and true crime. And, you know, it's pretty much true. Coffee and true crime, right? One of our biggest cases right now is the Sebastian Rogers case, and he disappeared from his home. It is a public case. There is not a judge in this country that can prevent me talking about a public case, and that's what they tried to do. And I don't know what's even in that order, nor do I care at this point, because if it was able to do all this, I can tell you the order on its face, even if I was in default, was unconstitutional. What they did was absolutely unconstitutional. I will tell you, I've reached out to the ACLU today. I'm not sure if they will be calling me back or anything like that, but I'm definitely reaching out to their local ACLU. I heard that they're a very active organization in that community, and seeing how we're tired of the corruption in this country. I'm part of the Drain That Swamp, mindset. I'm from, we treat everybody equally. We don't have rules for one and rules for the other, you know. This is 2024. This should not be, you know, where, like I feel truly, and this is how I feel, and I'm going to say it from the rooftops. I believe if we'll be nice. If Sebastian's parents, just for another day, If Sebastian's parents were black, I bet you both of them would be in jail right now. The mom and the stepfather. If they were black. I truly believe that. In that county, absolutely. 100%. And you guys know how I feel about that. I think it's disgusting. And again, I'll be calling publicly for Eric Kratic's resignation over this. Publicly. And I will be using my contacts in mainstream media, national news. I will be, I'm pulling out all the stops for this garbage wannabe sheriff. He needs better training. That man has no business running any type of county department. He needs to be a meter maid. Eric Kratic, did you hear me? You need to be a meter maid. Okay? So I hope somebody clips this and sends this to the detective and Eric Kratic. So this is not going to be a very pretty situation. What they did is wrong, and I have a mouth, and I'm going to use it as such. We had news out there, and it sucked because I had to leave in the middle of the gathering of voices to go to my attorney's office. That would have been much better. We would have had more sign waving at the street. We would have had, more participation. Had this situation happen, they intentionally and willfully tried to silence constitutional activities. That makes them no different than the criminals that they are arresting. Period. So now that they've done this to me, I hope they can handle it when the effery, when I give it right back. Because right now we're going to be in every orifice of Sumner County. Every orifice. We're going to be doing records requests. I'm getting into their financials. I'm going to be getting into, didn't you? I've already been arrested. I've already been arrested. Yes, on a $20,000 bond. I heard people raise money. I've never received one dime of that. The money that was raised for the benefit of me could have went toward paying back some of the people that ponied up such large contributions for not only my attorney but also my bail. But it doesn't sound like that's going to happen. So I don't know if you guys had supported those efforts, but I can tell you not one dime from those efforts has been provided to me. That's all I can say. So maybe you guys, whoever has donated, you might want to check on that. That's all I got to say. I don't know what channels were running them. I can just say that the only contributions I've got were from people here on this channel. So it would definitely be beneficial for you to definitely question what happened to that money. I'm disappointed in the legal system there. You know what? It exposed a lot. They did it to the wrong, because I have such a national platform and a worldwide platform that they did it, really to the wrong person, because now it just shines, every time they push, it just shines more and more light on the unlawful practices of the Sumner County. And if they can do this to me, which I'm very well aware of my laws and my rights while I'm in the state of Tennessee and abroad, right? I mean, the basic rights of our Constitution, our U.S. Constitution, which has to be applied in all states. So first and foremost, they violated that. But with me, that was wrong, because now it put a spotlight right on them. How many more other people have they done this type of stuff to in their own community? That is the bigger question, because I'm a law and order person. So I want to know how many times this sheriff and this sheriff body has violated the rights of their own constituents in their own county. Because they had no problem doing it publicly, which I'm still just in shock. I keep thinking that the state attorney and the judge are probably got to be pretty pissed off this morning after finding out what happened. Because it's a clear violation of law. They violated the law. The sheriff's office. I want to make that clear. I think Detective Lisa probably knows that. Don't you, Miss Lisa? You didn't care. Right? You didn't care. Well, all you did was piss me off, and I can guarantee you, the next gathering of voices is going to be larger. And the next gathering of voices after that are even going to be larger. You don't get to silence me in America. Let me be very clear on that. It's going to be 100 degrees today in Kentucky. Oh, I bet. I bet. I think Terry was stalking you on your, he was. We've got him. We've got literally, because you guys know, my camera points back at me. So everything out of my back rear view mirror was captured. That's how we saw him pull up. Yeah, they went off their hurt feelings, not the law. Well, they're going to have to pay for that. Why is she even here? She's still, shake my head, go with TT with the BS. I don't know what you're saying, Ashley Hazel Eyes. So you need to be a little clearer. I didn't quite get that. Hit the thumbs up. Absolutely hit that thumbs up. I went to jail for freedom of speech. I want to make sure that's clear to everybody. Over hashtags. Not because I was violent, not because I went around them. I was literally driving out of Florida. I was hundreds of miles away from them. And they tried to restrain my constitutional rights. That's a bad look. It's a bad look. It really shows that these people aren't working for Sebastian. They're working to cover up something else. And I'm going to call it cover up because they haven't produced anything to prove to me that they're not. All I know is they willfully did not follow directives in missing person cases put out by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. They willfully did not do any type of fingerprintings that morning. So why are they making all these mistakes that we as private citizens look and say, why wouldn't they do that? But they're law enforcement that deals with law enforcement. This is their job. And they chose not to do it. They chose not to do it. They screwed up this case. Nick Barris was out there and wanted to talk to me. I told him absolutely not. I will not talk to Nick Barris. He went up to Tony and asked him for a comment. Tony would not talk to him. Nick, don't approach me. I don't like you. I don't like your wannabe investigative. I don't like you sucking, the knob of Eric Kratic. Okay? And that's what you're doing. Don't ever walk up to me, talk to me. I got no comment for you. You look at me and you already know my comment is no comment. So just go ahead and put that on into your report. I tried to ask Bullhorn Betty, but it's no comment. All right? Because I will never, ever, ever give you a comment or the time of day again. Ever in a million years. That's the power I hold for being an armchair detective, asshole. Why are they bothering you so much? I don't understand. Because they tried to shut down a peaceful assembly of people that were coming together for Sebastian Rogers. That's why. That's why. Because all these hate channels blew their phones up and said I was a rioter and I'm coming to riot in their county, and they believed them. Because they're fucking idiots. Excuse my language. My preachers and pastors in here. So I can tell you that if I didn't think Nick Barris was a creep before, I can tell you after seeing him in the flesh and watching his body language, I think he's a creep. Just my personal opinion. He might file a restraining order against me next. Who knows? From Florida, because I think he's a creep. You're just getting close to the truth. And they're not going to stop me. And they can't stop me. I'm a video journalist, and they arrested me for videotaping. I don't know what kind of idiots they are, but clearly they don't have good common sense. They're just trying their best to scare Betty. Well, all they did was piss me off and make me want to stand right out there and egg them on to come arrest me again. They don't know me too well. I have told you guys over and over again, I don't do well with intimidation. Now, if that does not show you I do not do well with intimidation, they arrested me, I got out of jail, and I went right in front of their court, right in front of their office and screamed that boy's name. And egged them on to arrest me again. Now, if that's not some damn balls, I don't know what is. I can tell you those little hate channels would never do anything like that because they ain't got none. They're idiots. All they've got is bullying and keyboard warriors. JLR is a piece of shit. Okay? He's a piece of shit that is hurting people maliciously. Maliciously. That man is lying about everything. He couldn't talk about that case until I was arrested, and now he's running almost every day with his garbage. Well, let me tell you something. After this, if he doesn't think I'm going to turn all this around, I already threatened to sue him, and I chose not to because he stopped talking about the case. I sent him literally a letter of intent to sue, and he stopped talking about it because the only reason why he's hurting these people is because of me, and that's what's going into my complaint. But if you don't think I'm coming after JLR, you've got another thing coming. I am suing the fuck out of him. Again, sorry, pastors, I know you don't like this. But he's about to have the shit suit out of him. And when I'm done with him, he can pony up all that money he's just collected for all these cases and lying about these cases, and he can go ahead and hand them to me because that's where his money's about to go. Jamie, I'm about to school your boyfriend. They did this. They did this. And what JLR did after this to try to further ruin me, he can kiss my white breaded ass. He thought I was a security threat before. Every time I see that man, I'm going to call him a felon to his face. Ask him when he's planning on having his mommy and daddy arrested again. And I'm wearing, anytime I see that man, I am wearing my shirt that says, oh, by the way, Jamie, not only does she lie, did you know that Jamie, his girlfriend, actually accused somebody of sexual assault that they did not sexually assault her? Did you guys know that? That she literally is in the court's eyes, a big old fat liar. And every time he wants to confirm his information, who does he call? His big old fat liar, the hippopotamus, right? And says, oh my gosh, tell me about this. Oh yeah, we have confirmed. No, we don't want to hear your bitch on the other end of the phone. We want to see the receipts you got, right? You just accused a man of, defrauding a church and didn't produce one scintilla of proof to support that other than a call to your fat girlfriend. Oh, her real name's Jamie. Her real name's Jamie. Miss Phillips is a piece of garbage that lies a lot, and he does that intentionally. So, you know, he calls, before he used to post, remember I told you guys how he would post stuff on all these Facebook posts under his troll accounts, and then he'd be like, oh, look at this. Well, now he can't do that because I called him out. Now you guys are well aware of what he does. So now it's, oh, I gotta call Jamie, right? Hey, Jamie. Oh, I'm sorry, Magnolia. What did you find out, right? He's a fat liar. And he doesn't do this for every case. He does it specifically for this case. Why does he have so much wrong in this case? Why is he hell-bent on destroying Seth and destroying Tony? You know why? Because they're working with me, his ex. So all of this stuff he's doing to them is because of me. And so that I can take him to court for. That I can take him to court for. I can bridge everything he's done to them to me because he's doing it because of me. And so now, JLR, you poke the bear, big boy. You poke the bear. I'll see you real soon. Actually, the sheriff will see you real soon. You better run out of the country or run out of the state and cover another story because there's going to be a knock at your door serving you with some papers, brother. And then I'm going to pull you out of your comfort zone. I actually have noticed this. It's clear. He reports nothing. It's lame report. Because he got nothing. Nobody wants to work with him. Nobody wants to work with any of them. Who the hell wants, this is the calling card. We're going to show the whole world what they're willing to do. Little by slow. You guys are watching it in real life, in real time. This is going to be captured for the long run. This will be used against Chloe. This will be used against Jamie. This will be used against Jonathan. This will be used against Steve. This will be used against all of them. Because this is the calling card. If you don't work with them, look what they're willing to do. You stay clear of these people. You do not bring them into cases. The FBI warns people when JLR comes into town. Do you know that? The FBI. They know about him. They watch him like a hawk when he's in these cases. That's pretty bad. You know why? Because he's a 3-time federal felon. Federal felon. He's just not a state felon. He's a 3-time federal. He was in federal prison. Actually, I think a federal prison hospital because he's not right upstairs. Looks like he must be taking his pills because I finally saw him in clothes other than black. So maybe the doctor gave him some new pills, I guess. I don't know, right? It's very clear why they are going after Seth now. Nothing she says makes sense defending. Yeah, exactly. And Joe Patito actually confirmed that he was threatened. Yes, he did confirm it. Absolutely did. Oh, and not only that, but they have JLR. They have his IP address at Michaela's. He was one of the people threatening Michaela's. They have his IP address, and not only that, pinpoint him to 6 miles from his house whenever he made those threats. All of that's being sent to me. That mysterious disappearance, they are threatening to expose some of my top contributors in my group and dox them. I'm having each and every one of them that they're threatening go file a police report and send that police report to me because that's going into my complaint against him. Anybody and everybody that's associated with me that's being attacked by JLR, I'm going to tell you right now, I want you to go file a police report. And when that police report is filed, I want you to send me a copy of your case number and a copy of the affidavit to me or how I can acquire that. That's all going to be added to my lawsuit against JLR. I'm done. I am absolutely done with this nonsense. That man has abused me for years, and this takes the cake. This absolutely takes the cake, and I'm done. So I don't really give a rat's ass who believes me, but when this starts proceeding through the court records, the court case, and I start establishing that. But right now, I've just got to acquire as much evidence and information as I can. So if you have been attacked maliciously or threatened by that mysterious disappearance group or any other thing that they're going to dox your information, if you've been contacted by them in any way, shape, or form, or threatened in any way, shape, or form, I really want you to go to your local law enforcement and file a complaint against them. A complaint stating exactly what happened, how they made you feel. And now I don't know if they make you feel threatened or they're just harassing, but make sure you're honest in your filing of that police report. You don't want to be a Katie and lie under oath, okay? You want to be truthful, but you want to make a report. When you make that report, please provide me your case number. But I am absolutely 100% have made the decision. I've threatened him. He went away for a while. I figured it was all said and done. He's got $200,000. He could just move on to another case, leave this poor family alone. And he's chose not to do it. And he's doing it because of me. And so I have the ability. I live right here in Florida. I have the ability to sue him on those grounds. And I'm going to end up doing that. I've made the decision. It's just the exact timing of when it's going to happen. I'm not quite sure on, but as far as suing him over this, that's determined. He's going to be sued. I have, it's just, there's not even a doubt in my mind. I've decided that once I get through this next round on the 23rd with Queen Bee, I'm going to be setting my focus on Jonathan Lee Riches and what he has done to me to try to destroy me, try to destroy my brand, work with this team of people, including the lady I am suing in Illinois, to have me arrested unlawfully and violate my rights unnecessarily. So that's because he's a public figure. I mean, he's in the Guinness Book of World Records. I'm a private citizen. There's different laws. There's different laws about that. So is Betty saying Magnolia is really... Yes, Dee, that's exactly what I'm saying. Miss Phillips is a horrible person, and you know what? She's the one that has. I told you know this is the thing about JLR, is JLR uses other people to do his dirty-handed shit, and then when they get busted for doing that dirty-handed shit, he walks away and acts like nothing happened because he was doing it behind the scenes, not in the public eye. But the problem is we have all the records. You know, you can't in this world of data. It's kind of hard to cover up some of those tracks. I mean, there are some abilities to, but there's other ways around. You might not get the information that you're looking for, but you can connect the dots because you have this, and this. And because of this, and this, it has to imply this. You see what I'm saying? So I do have ways to get to prove this without, even if he was on encrypted apps and encrypted stuff like that. I still have the ability to do that. And a lot of people think these VPNs, and while on the surface, the VPNs do cover some of this, he didn't use a VPN when he reached out to Michaela's Mutt Motel. But we've got him dead to rights on that, like literally dead to rights. I mean, even down to the Samsung phone. You know, so it was definitely JLR that did that. And so all that stuff is coming to me. This is bad. He's busted. He's busted. Yes. MCN, yes, I agree. It is awfully coincidental, because let's face it, the FBI's investigated me too, right? I mean all these cases that they're in, you know, they know who I am. They know I was railroaded, like they're part of this case too. And they literally threw me in jail for threatening to sue someone in hashtags on my own channel. If that's not a clear violation of constitutional rights and in violation of my civil liberties, I don't know what is. You can't do that. And anybody that thinks that you can are probably stupider than a box of rocks and probably need to go get an education. This judge, if I haven't seen the order, if this judge literally wrote that in the order, he's going to be in deep, because he knows, of all people, he's a judge. You can't do that. Let me tell you something. Gag orders are unconstitutional. It's established by our U.S. Supreme Court. Okay? That's why it was so important that when Judge John C. Judge, when he kept saying that this is not a gag order, I don't like people using that, this is a non-dissemination ruling, right? Remember, he kept saying this is not a gag order, this is not a, because gag orders are unconstitutional and unlawful in all of our states under this America. Okay? And if that judge did that, then the whole county, maybe I need to have the judge, maybe I need to have the judge's face on my thumbnail, right? No. I think, I don't know what this judge was thinking, but I don't know what's in the order either. I've never received the order because I wasn't properly served. Therefore, I wasn't required to be at that hearing until I'm properly served. And so far, I had to get an attorney, expend a lot of money. I heard a lot of people did fundraisers to help bond me out, and it doesn't, if they received funds for the benefit of me and they kept those funds, well, I think you might want to ask about that, because those funds could definitely go toward my expenses, right? I mean, let's face it, it was quite costly. So, which brings me to the next thing. If anybody wants to, this is kind of what I was thinking, because we're not a greedy channel. But we know when we need some help, right? So I was thinking that we could do like maybe a fundraiser for $1,000 for like the next 3 or 4 months. So it's it's small potatoes when it's passed around the rest of us, right? So that's basically either 10 $100 donors or 100 $10 donors, right? And I think every month we can have at least 100 $10 donors that will help raise that thing up. And I think that that is really, reasonable. It's crowdfunding, right? It's crowdfunding. And then we can get whoever needs to be paid back the money that has already been ponied up for my behalf. And I've got to tell you, I'm very blessed and thankful. I mean, good gracious, what if this had happened by myself and I had nobody out there? I don't know what I would have done, I mean, it's a little crazy. It was wrong. It was wrong. And, the bad actors have to pay for that wrongdoing some way, somehow. So that's what I was thinking. Oh, thank you, Zigzag. But that's really what I'm thinking would help, because then I can get at least make right what people have done for me, because this was a lot. I will leave it at that, an awful lot. I was having BHB. Aww. Yeah, I know. Well, after everything, I don't think Tony could have said it better. He said something. I wish I could send it to myself. Maybe you guys can hear me. Hold on. I'll see if you guys can hear me. Can you guys still hear me when I go like this? Can you guys hear what's going on behind the screens? I'm about to come back on. Could you guys hear me? You guys could hear me when the screen was frozen? All right, let me read this then. Okay, hopefully this works. Okay, so did you guys hear all that? Hopefully you guys heard me read that. Please tell me you did. We can't hear when frozen. Aww. Oh no. Okay, well then let me oh, I don't have my other phone in here. But people were asking, oh, that sucks. Well, people were asking, what were they asking? They were asking where me, Seth, and Tony were, and Tony's like, I had a 10-hour drive, 6 interviews, a vigil, an unconstitutional arrest, a bailout, a protest, and a bailout, a protest, and a 10-hour drive home. Where did you want me to be? I think is what he says. On drive home, where did you want me to be? I think is what he says. On what grounds? Oh, they arrested me for using hashtags in my my videos here on this channel. Not, this is they're trying to say I stalked these people. I've never laid eyes on these people except one member of the family, and it's because he was following me and chose to get my attention by taking a picture of my tag while I was in the parking lot of a place that I was about to eat a steak at, right? And so I confronted him online on my live. And that's still captured on that very live. Okay? And so they're saying that I'm a threat to them, that I'm trying to kill them. I mean, that's what they're basically saying, right? I mean, a protective order is they fear for their life. I've never brought my gun into Tennessee. I've never brought a weapon other than a machete that was still in its package, and that was for the purposes of me going out into the woods. And they're trying to say because I made mention of these items, right? Because I made mention of these items, that's somehow a threat. Like, they literally have to prove that I threaten them with these things, which they can't do because you guys know everything I do is online. Everything's recorded. Oh, and I sent my attorney, listen to this, Google Maps. Love it. Did you guys know you have history in Google Maps? Do you guys know you have a history and a timeline in Google Maps? Do you know that I was able to go into my Google Maps and go to June 22nd to June 25th and pull every place that they literally have my timestamps of everywhere I went. I hope since I was following them, right? Since I was stalking them, I hope that their timeline looks like mine, right? We have digital stuff on our side. Everything I do is recorded. It's recorded. So that was sent over to my attorney, telling him turn-by-turn directions of everywhere I was and the exact time I was there. Man, that's going to hurt. Man, that's going to hurt. And you know what? If they have Google Maps on their phones, that is definitely discoverable. One good thing about being a digital person is that we use digital things to prove our, I mean, not only was everything recorded, right? We recorded out there, like they're trying to say that I was there because I wasn't driving by their house at 3:30 in the morning. I was taking the perspective of where a crime took place at 3:30 in the morning to give my audience the nighttime perspective. There's a big difference there, you know? So again, we've got some major issues here. We're not going to back down. We're not going to stop. If I make my attorney's job a lot more difficult, so be it. But this is who I am. This is what I do. And I hope Sumner County is ready for this wrestling match, because that's what they've got. I can tell you, I'm not one of their citizens in their county. I'm a little bit more of a fighter. I'm a little bit more of a person that wants to expose corruption. I've exposed corruption long before I ever came to YouTube for finding people. I went all over my state of Florida and all over this country pulling public records and exposing communities hiding money from their taxpayers. I found $500 million in my county alone. Like I said, they mess with the wrong person. I know politics inside and out. Been in politics for a long time. I pray to God that they don't try to cover up anything or try to manipulate documents in any way, because that would be the worst thing that they can do. My attorney is well known in that community. And over the arrest, I reached out to the ACLU. So again, I don't know if that'll go anywhere, but I thought I would try there first, because the ACLU is like civil liberties and constitutional. I mean, they have a lot of federal funding, a lot of free money that flows to their organization from us, the taxpayers, for these types of things. So I would assume that this would be something that they would take, never mind that it is a national case. And, you know, I've got the father and the father's spokesperson on my side in this thing, not the piece of shits that disappeared a kid, you know. We've got, like, the people that are trying to find this kid. We've got a lot of people that have been ran off by these people specifically. I wasn't the one. I'm still not the one. Still coming back. Still ain't scared. I'll still be willing to go and smile for, well, I wasn't smiling. By the time I got there, I had been up for 18 hours. They had me behind bars for 18 hours for using hashtags. 18 hours for using hashtags. I threatened nobody. I've never threatened anybody. I've never done a damn thing. 18 hours. If that's not unjust, I don't know what is. Betty, they would likely take your case because you're a high profile. I'm not a public figure. I don't meet the criteria of being a public figure. But, yeah, I'm still a private citizen, but it is a public case. So there is that. You are probably the first person who has ever stood up to these a-holes. I do think you should make up with, well, you know what? In all fairness, it's kind of hard to make up with somebody that you feel that railroaded you and then took a lot of donations and didn't help you. You know, that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. I mean, he could call me if he wanted to. He could reach out to me if he wanted to. You know, he hasn't. He hasn't even called me to see how I was doing. Just saying. I just, you know, if I thought he was trying to make a turn and, you know, try to make what's wrong right, but in all fairness, I haven't heard from him. So I don't know what to do. I don't want to dog on him when I don't know what's going on, but it sounds to me like he was supposed to reach out to Tony and hasn't. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Again, I'm in the dark. I haven't been, and obviously with everything that's going on and how many hours have lapsed, it's making it very difficult for me to go back and try to catch up on everything that was going on, right? First of all, I don't really want to see it because everybody talks such mad shit about me that, you know what, I don't listen to the bottom dwellers. I'm not saying that Justin I want to clarify that, but there's a lot of, I don't want to that sounded awful. Let me rephrase that, because that wasn't the way I was trying to get it coming out. Because to go back and try to catch up on it means I have to go back and search me, and there's all these other trash channels, these bottom feeders that I don't want to see it because they're idiots. And again, they lied to their audience, right? They sat there and said, I violated. How can you can drive on public streets. You can hang your camera out. You don't even need to be a video journalist to do that. You're lawfully allowed to do that in the United States of America. You can do it at 1 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, 12 at noon. You can do it any time of the day. What you can't do is go through there with sirens while you're doing it and wake up the whole neighborhood. Like nobody even knew I was there except I produced it on my channel and they decided to go watch. Nobody even knew I was there that time of morning. Nobody. Why? Because I didn't bother anybody in the course of my work. I could have. Not that time of the morning, but even when I went back, I could have knocked on every single neighbor's door and asked them if they had a comment. Could have absolutely done that. Asked them if they would like to speak to me about the situation in their community. They can either speak to me on the record or off the record. The whole purpose of me going there by myself and not with the entourage that I usually take with me was so I didn't disrupt that community and I could get in there and do my job without hindering them or me being hindered in doing my job. You see what I'm saying? Like I went through all of the proper things so nobody was interfered with and I could do my job, but you just can't do that because the a-holes here on the streets of YouTube instigate stuff. They antagonize it. They take a small, something innocent, and they blow it so big that everybody doesn't know what they're doing. That's what they're good about. That's why they're so detrimental in these cases, because all they do is throw in roadblock after roadblock, literally and intentionally thwarting a criminal investigation or any type of investigation. These hate channels are dangerous to the true crime community. They are dangerous to law enforcement and their conduct in investigating these cases. And until people unsubscribe from the problems here on these streets, they will continue to be a problem here on these streets. Unsubscribe from these animals. They don't deserve. If you're here for cases and they're not helping cases, why are you giving them the business? Are you here for the drama? Or are you here for help of these cases? Learning about, because so far, none of these hate channels have gotten anything right. Anything right. What have they gotten right? All they've done is prove that the parents of Sebastian Rogers are liars. I mean, the mom and the stepfather are liars. That's all they proved, that they're willing to lie under oath. So what else are they willing to lie about? Give me a second. I just wanted to thank everybody. I see things coming in. Jules, she says, I stand for BHB 1,000%. Hey, KP, where is Sebastian? Yeah, where is Sebastian? Good question. Cash says, can the lawyer go to court and you not need to? Well, I can tell you the 29th isn't going to go anywhere. We will stand strong and support you even harder. Oh, Dixie, it's nice to see you, my love. Izzy girl, it's nice to see you. Oh, it became well, I would say welcome to this crazy family, but you've been part of this crazy family for a while. Oh, the real me too. There is no thing that will stop BHB. Absolutely not. They thought they were going to come on. Remember, they're the ones that said I was arrested 42 times. What do they think? 43 times. They think I was going to cry? No, all they did was piss me off, right? All they did was piss me off. You didn't see me crying when I was in front of there. I didn't know whether I was going to get arrested again or not. I didn't care. I didn't care. I have a right to be there, and if they want to come and arrest me, you're going to do it in front of those damn cameras. Bet you they didn't, right? Because they knew it was wrong. They wouldn't do it in front of the TV cameras. They wouldn't do it in front of the TV cameras, but they did it at the vigil. Lisa, you are a piece of shit for doing that. Sullying that boy's name. Sullying that boy's name. Shame on you, you disgusting pig. Lisa, and I wasn't talking about you, Lisa. I was talking about the detective. 100% behind you, BHB. Thank you, Lisa. That was bad right after I called Lisa out. We have too many Lisas in this world, but I love you. Thank you. God bless you. Aw, Misty, how's your mommy? I hope your mommy's doing well. These folks are trying to stop Betty's wrong. Yeah, they didn't do nothing but piss me off. Amanda, nice to see you. Welcome to this crazy group we call the Coffee Club. Pale Rider. Aw, thank you. Thank you. Forever Nix. Nikki's mom. Aw, sweet. Thank you for actually supporting Seth and Sebastian. I admire that you are refilling to take one for the team. Oh yeah, I'll take one. Well, the whole what did I tell you guys when I came out here? I'm putting my channel in front of Seth. You know, he is a disabled father that is looking for his disabled son, and these animals are trying to destroy a disabled father looking for his disabled son. Like, I don't know what kind of piece of shit you need to be. Oh, you need to be like a JLR and his crew and a queen bee and a chlamydia. That's what you need to be. That's what you need to be. Just evil, rotten. Evil and rotten. That's what you need to be. Oh, it's me, Jen. Whoa, almost. I know, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Where the hell did the time go? Where the hell did the time go? I can tell you that was rough. I was not in a happy state of mind when I left there. I was pissed. It's just like every chance that they had an opportunity to violate my rights, they did. And I think it's disgusting. But now I see Sumner County for who they are. And all they did was just wake up a beast. That's all they did, is just wake up a beast. And not just me. Oh, thank you, Patty. God bless you. Not just me, but the people in their community. We heard that this area was corrupt. I didn't believe it. I didn't. You guys know. I give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm saying they're corrupt AF. That's what I'm saying. I absolutely believe the stories that we were hearing. I've experienced it myself. Eric Kratic has a lot to answer for, and he's going to answer to me at some point. Because if I've got to come there and I've got to sit out in front of his office for a freaking week, he's got to come in and he's got to go out. And sir, you're going to answer my questions. The first one is, how in the hell do you have one of your detectives lock me up for my freedoms of speech? P. Betty, 27 months. You've been with me over 2 years. I love it. I love it. P. Betty, you're awesome. God bless you. KP and CP take time to get POs, but no comment for the reporter asking it. Yeah, and not only that, but talking about $50,000 reward. A $50,000 reward being offered for their son, and they don't even give a shit. I think the proof is in the pudding. I think the proof is absolutely 100% in the pudding. So it's just, I'm just still in awe, but we'll go down this road. Why is Beach High School shown to be on Shackle Island? I don't know. It's just right down the road from them. I already watched Mob Crew. I don't agree with him. I don't agree with him at all. He overlaid everything but the car he thought it was. And I'm sorry. I see a hatch. You can see that the halo of a hatch. There is no way that is a sedan. No way at all. I don't have that here where it'll be, I think it'll be back in, oh, hey, Evelyn. Thank you. Thank you. All these trolls. instead of trolling, should get together and help each other out and stop backstabbing person who's really trying to, because they don't care. These people don't care about these cases. These people only care about their clicks and their views and shutting the rights down to somebody else. So like they're trying to use these POs to take my channel. They're trying to do everything they can to cause me harm. These three groups of people. So you guys know they have teams. Like QB has her team, Chlamydia has her team, JLR has his team, right? So it's being at the direction of these people, but it's their team. They don't care about these cases. They don't, like JLR, he don't give a rat's ass about these kids. I tried telling him he doesn't like kids, right? He can't stand kids. He hates them. Literally hates them. Doesn't like them, doesn't want them in his house, don't want them around him, hates kids. And he's acting like he cares. He doesn't care. What he cares about is the clicks and views and making his money, his paycheck. That's all he cares about. Look at him. That man does not care. Like, he can't even cry. It took me calling him out about how dark he's been for him to change his damn clothes and put some color on him. He's a disgusting pig. He's abusive. Mentally, verbally, every other way. I experienced myself for 2 years. I pray to God, and I don't give a rat's ass if this causes hate channels to go crazy or not. But I pray to God he treats Jamie the way he treated me. He probably does. She's just too stupid to realize it because she's at home miles away while he's, doing what he did to me with her. To her. I wonder when she's going to realize there's a side piece somewhere. She's too stupid. As I got my son ready for his first day of school, I cried for, yeah. Yeah, that's sad. That's sad. Oh my God, Betty, I said that too about his clothes. He wears the same outfit. I don't like him. I sniffed him out immediately. Yeah, he's a piece of garbage. He's absolutely worthless. Absolutely worthless. Guys, when this, I'm going to be shutting down this live, but when this live goes off, please don't forget to go back out and give me a thumbs up, comment. Just remember, the haters and the trolls, you guys can go ahead and say what you must, but you guys will be blocked and your comments will be removed. So as unhinged as that is, it's more unhinged to constantly be putting that garbage in my chat. I mean, it's like, oh, if I can just get a few people to see it before it's deleted. That's so childish. I can tell you one of these ladies that was out there that wanted to see me, they were out, they had a small little group over there. They said they were supposed to be countering Betty. They didn't do anything but sit on their ass and do nothing but try to record everything. They're like, I'm going to get Betty arrested. Go get me arrested then, B. They walk in there. And then they put on this thing, I'm glad you're holding her accountable. They violated my rights. I hope they ate that cake. I really do hope that those law enforcement people ate that cake, and I hope they enjoyed the every bit of it. Not the one that we brought. I hope they enjoyed the one we brought over. I think the one we brought over was better because it was done out of love, not hate. But apparently these girls put a cake together and said something snarky on it, and I'm thinking, talk about, like, they don't really even care how the rest of the world looks at them and says, man, you guys are some childish people. You guys are petty. Like, these people, they don't even care how they look to the normal people out there. But don't worry, Shay, I'm going to find out where you live. We'll see how how the tables, not live, work. We'll see how the tables turn, right? We'll see how the tables turn there, Cupcake. Did you ever remove that stick I told you to remove? I'm just curious. The lady walks by me and she looked like she had a stick rammed so far up her rear end. I said, you might want to pull that stick. Just saying. I said it right in front of the news outlets and everything. You might want to go and remove that stick. You guys know me. You guys know I did it. The bottom feeders they weren't there. Oh, Mama D, love you too. Love you too. But we rock it out with our coffee beans out. I'm never scared. I was upset. I was angry, but not scared. I keep telling these law enforcements to stay out of my way, stay out of my way, let me do my job. You know, I have rights to be here. I act within the Constitution, I act within their laws. And so far, you know, they haven't been necessarily happy, but they haven't violated my rights until Sumner County. So, you know, they brought it. You know, now they have to deal with it. So, it is what it is. What do? We keep showing up. That's what we do. You know why? Because at the end of the day, we're here for Sebastian Rogers. I'll go to jail every single time I go to Sumner County if that's what it takes for me to be there and advocate for that boy. I don't break the laws. I damn sure ain't stalking nobody. They're stalking me. They're using the court systems to harass me. They're doing everything to me that they're saying I'm doing to them. They're disgusting people that lie. And if they lie about this, they definitely lied about their own damn son and grandson. And I'm going to end every single live just like this. Hey, Miss Lisa, now you can come arrest me. God bless.